Success Club consistently every single month, and the ones that don't hit Success Club. The ones that hit Success Clubs consistently every single month, their businesses skyrocket compared to the ones that don't. I think that the statistic was like 23 times more income than those that don't consistently hit Success Club. And why that's the case is because, one, you're helping 3 to 5 people every single month. You're bringing in new people into your business, into your circle every single month. And you're also getting customer leads from the company. And at first, you might not see too much and you might not think too much about those customer leads because they don't always turn into something. But down the road, they keep adding up. You don't earn income off of the first sale, but you earn income off of all of their future sales. So as you continue to bring in and get more customer leads, you start having all of these commissions start adding up every single month. So definitely Success Club 5 should be the minimum that you're hitting every single month. When I first signed up as a coach, Lindsay Matway was my upline, and you guys should all know that name. It's like the president. And that was, I didn't have any contact with her when I was a coach. She was so super busy being top coach. She was bringing on so many coaches. And the only word of advice that she gave me was Success Club was a non-negotiable. And since she told me that, and I believe that Success Club was a non-negotiable, I absolutely went with that. And I said, well, Lindsay told me that, so that's the only advice she gave me. So I'm going to absolutely make sure that I take it to heart. And I haven't missed Success Club in 17 months. So make sure that you're doing everything you possibly can to be hitting Success Club every single month. And that brings up the next point, which is the fact that the 21-day fix and the 21-day fix extreme challenge packs are still on sale through the end of the month. It's incredible that it's been on sale for this long, and the fact that Fixate just came out. So we have, the cookbook that just came out for people that are like, I don't know how to meal plan. I have a hard time coming up with recipes. Well, the 21-day fix is still on sale. If you buy it before the end of the month, you basically can get this cookbook for free, because next month it'll go up to $160. So they can buy the challenge pack, buy Fixate, and that'll be basically the same price that it's going to be next month. So think about the way that you're wording things to make it seem like they're getting the best deal possible. And then size, everybody's seeing all the dancing videos, and it's so much fun. Like, if you don't think that you are a dancer or you don't think that you can do it, definitely give it a try. If you end up hating it, that's totally fine. It might not be for you, but don't withhold it from all of your amazing customers, because they're definitely going to want to give it a try, and they're going to want to see you, trying to muddle through and trying to do the best job you can to keep up with Shanti and the dance moves. And honestly, not a dancer at all. And going from Monday, I did crazy eights, and then today I did crazy eights, and I felt pretty good. Like, I felt like I was definitely picking up the moves just from one time to the next. So give it a try, even if it's just on demand, that you're trying the one video that they have up there. So at least when people ask you questions like, oh, how does it work? Is it, does he break it down? Are you doing the steps? Is it to real music? Just so you have an understanding about it. And also, size is on special till the end of August for the challenge pack of $140. So definitely you're going to want to keep pushing that as well. And there's been Zumba and there's been other dance videos in the past, so it's nice that we have something to finally get into that market. Along with August and there being the size challenge pack, there's also the team cup. And for new coaches that have never been through a cup before, it's a lot of fun because it's a competition. So it's teams of 5 are all going to be competing to see how many points you can get. Now, some of the points work just like Success Club. So each time you get a Success Club point, that equals a point. Anytime somebody rank advances from new coach to emerald or emerald to diamond, you get a point. If one of your personally sponsored coaches advances, if you're a coach and one of your coaches goes to Emerald, you get a point. And they're also adding a new category this year, which is the supplement line, the new line. If you add any of the boosts to a challenge pack, you get an additional point. So just ways of thinking about it. You're starting to think about upselling when you're selling a challenge pack, and you're like, hey, you might want to try Energize, or you might want to try Fiber Sweep. You might want to try one of the boosts. For one of the boosts, adding that to a challenge pack, you'll also get an extra point. So it's a lot of fun. They have different tier prizes, for hitting different marks. I knew last time we had the Team Cup, I wanted a sweatshirt more than anything, and I was 2 points away. So make sure that you are setting your goals. If you want to be a captain of the team, then you're the one that's taking the lead, setting the goals for yourself, setting the goals for the team. You might be a little nervous to be in a leadership role. This is a perfect opportunity to see what it's like to be the one that's motivating your small team, to be the one that's checking in on people. There was a great call today about different pointers. I'll see if they posted the recording, just about different tips. And, we get used to Success Club 5, Success Club 10. When I hear numbers like 99, and that's what one of the girls got in Success Club, those things blow my mind. And what she was saying was, she looked at it as she wanted to help X amount of people. Every single point is not a point, it's a person. So how many people are you going to help next month? How many people are you going to message privately and reach out to and invite into the coaching opportunity, or invite into one of your challenge groups because you sincerely want to help people? So instead of just looking at it as points, and instead of adding a boost because you'll get the extra point, maybe they need an extra help with digestion or energy for their workouts. So make sure you're still listening to exactly what you want, what your customers want and what they need. We're going to be adding something fun into the team page for the cup. I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard of it, but we're going to do ringing the bell. Any of you guys are, bartenders or have been in a restaurant and you get a certain amount of tip, you ring a bell and the whole restaurant's like, yay. So we're going to literally put a bell in the team cup, in the TNT Dynasty team page. And anytime you get a challenge pack, you just type ding. Anytime you sign up a coach, you type ding. So you sign up a coach with a challenge pack, you go into the team page and go ding, ding. It's just a little way of patting yourself on the back without, being too, flashy or in your face, or it's just, we're so proud of you when you do something like that. So it gives you a chance to just pat yourself on the back, to just ring the bell. The next thing I want to talk about is the calendar of events of what's going to be coming up. I want you all to be in my head, but unfortunately you're not in my head, so I have to tell you the things that are being in the works. We launched the sneak peek today, which is phenomenal. We have such a huge group of people in there that we're getting in front of. Make sure that you are following up with the people that you invited there, whether it's daily, every few days, making absolutely at the end of it, making sure that you're following up with all of your people that you invited there, so that they don't feel like they were just shoved in this group and you invited everyone you knew. Like, make sure that they feel special and that you invited them for a reason, so that you can address their specific concerns. In my videos, I try to address the most common concerns, but there's definitely concerns that people might have that might be different from, what everybody else. So make sure that you're definitely following up with people. After the sneak peek is over, so it's 5 days, it'll end on Sunday, I'm going to do a business opportunity call the following Wednesday at 9 o'clock. So if you guys have seen it before, you possibly have the recording of the one I did a few months ago, but we're going to do a live 9 o'clock Wednesday night business opportunity call. And how these work it's pretty much the sneak peek. Instead of it being over 5 days, it's going to be condensed down into 30 minutes. I'm going to talk about a lot of the things that I talked about during the sneak peek, but it's going to be condensed down because some people, they're not used to checking into a group every single day. They're not in that same habit. They might not be Facebook people yet. So this gives them a chance to just check in once and hear it for 30 seconds all in one shot. Also, I know that there's so many busy moms and busy people out there. I'm definitely going to record it so that you can send them the recording. So if they miss the event, that's fine. I'll send them the recording. It's also really, really nice as a new coach to have that in your toolbox that you can take out and say, you know, I don't really know how to explain what we do yet. I'm just starting out, but all I know is I'm excited and I'm loving it. And here, this is my, my upline coach, Laura. She explained exactly what it's about. Would you, if I sent this to you and checked back in with you in 2 days, would you have a chance to watch it? So it's really nice to have that instead of just kind of saying it all, trying to explain it all in one shot when you don't quite understand it yet yourself. And it's also nice to have it in email because some people, like I said, aren't quite Facebook people yet. Okay. Next, I wanted to talk about our upcoming team page. Maybe I don't know if it will let me screen share. I'll try. Screen share, did it work? Katie? Can you see my screen?
Yes, it worked.
All right. I should have had you seeing this instead of like a blank the whole time. But okay, I think I have it open. So I am currently working on a team training page. I think some of you guys have seen some of it, but so I wanted to create a page that was off of Facebook because Facebook is great, but we can't be completely reliant on it. And also as a new coach, when I was first starting out, I didn't know where to go for information. The back office, the Coach Online office under training has so much more information on there than when I signed up. It's more organized. It's fantastic. Definitely feel free to use that. I wanted this to be more of a site where we can take our 21-day fix challenge groups, take some of our clean eating groups, take things off of Facebook instead of having to save so many groups, and instead get it into one site that we could have just access from our team. So if you're a new coach and you don't know what videos to recommend, you don't know what personal development to recommend, I'm putting together this team training site so that things are more in one place and you can send your coaches here. So for example, a few months ago, we did a clean eating group. So you wouldn't send a customer or a challenger to this site. This is just for us coaches. But what I did was I took all the daily posts from the clean eating group that was broken up into, I think it was a week, and I put it all here. So what you would do is day one, you would make this your banner for the group, and then you'd be able to post this as your day one. This is your image for day one. Those are your words for day one. And you can just copy and paste anything from this site. You can take the images from that day, the next day, how to shop, shopping the perimeter, low-fat trap. I made all these images. I don't want you guys wasting your time recreating things that we've already done, that I've already done. Spend your time getting it out there to your customers. That's the reason that I want to have these tools for you guys. So you can spend your time inviting, reaching out to people, training your coaches, and instead using this as your resource. Okay. I also have a 21-day fix group that's more specific, so you can use this as your banner if you want. I created all these little guides, the calorie breakdown, the containers, the reference guide. These are cool. If you click on them, they're printable trackers for the different calorie brackets, videos from autumn. So again, like I have preseason posts, day 2 preseason, so it goes through the full 21 days. So I wanted to have clean eating, 21-day fix, basic ones, and I'm going to start loading in the sneak peek. Then underneath the Getting Started tab, I have the TNT Dynasty Our Team manual so that if you click on this, it'll take you right over to the team manual. If you don't have this, in an email that you can send out to your new coaches, it's right here, and then they just have to click on that, and it sends them right over to the team manual. How to find your coach ID. These are the kinds of things that are in the Coach Basics that we run. But again, sometimes it's hard to check in once a day for 7 days. This you can just go through and be like, all right, I know my coach ID. I know how to stay active. I know how to change my profile to public. So these, power hour. So I'm trying to put everything in one spot so you don't feel like you're running around checking everywhere for things. Underneath helpful links, I want to start putting, like I already listed, these are all of the coach summit, the summit that we just went to. This is Lindsay's talk, Melanie's talk, Shalene's talk. So I want to put all of our team recordings in one place, all the Bombshell Dynasty calls in one place, so that instead of having to go to Scotty's page or Lindsay's page, everything will all be in one place. Bear with me, it is a work in process. I have a lot of balls in the air right now, but I'm going to try to get it launched out to you guys as soon as possible. Okay. Next, I want to talk about Super Saturday. If you do not have plans to go to a Super Saturday, make sure you do make plans to go to a Super Saturday. They are so great to get to know coaches in your area. This is going to be a recap of so much of what we learned at Summit and so much about the products that are coming out in Summit. Honestly, I sat there at Summit and I thought to myself, come on, what can be better than the 21-day fix? What can be better than Shakeology? And what's so incredible about working for a company like Beachbody is they always have something cooler coming out. Yesterday Carl was talking on the National Wake Up Call about how excited he is for the products that are being launched next Summit. Like, you never have to worry about them coming out with something cooler, because they're gonna come out with something cooler. The fact that I was thinking to myself a few months ago, man, they really need a bodybuilding program for women. I can't sit there and listen to Sagi, it's not my style. It takes a little bit too long. But the fact that he's doing a program now with Autumn, it's going to be the two of them. That's incredible. The fact that people want to add more fiber to their shakes, or they want to add a boost of caffeine. The fact that they created all these boosts is so incredible. So make sure that you're going on to the shop tab and you're familiarizing yourself with the new products that are coming out. I just talked to a girl tonight, and she did the three-day refresh, and I was following up with her, and she was saying that she loved it, and she loved how much she learned from doing it and how much it's helped her since she's been off of it. She started, eating a certain way and adding Metamucil for her fiber. And I said, just, an FYI, Beachbody just came out with, these new boosts that you can add extra veggies, extra fiber, extra energy to your Shakeology automatically. So she was all excited to hear about it. But you can't have that conversation unless you educate yourself all about it. Okay. I think that was most of the announcements. Oh, the other thing I want to talk about calendar-wise. So moving forward, I want to start having a team calendar. So right now we have the 5-day sneak peek. Wednesday is going to be the business opportunity call, which is perfect timing to set us up for Coach Basics. That's going to start the Monday, August 3rd. So from now on, moving forward, every first Monday of the month is going to be Coach Basics. Every third Monday of the month is going to be a challenge group. Now, if you and your upline and your team or your success partner is running your own challenge group, that's great. Feel free to, we want you to run your own challenge groups. We want you to make your own teams and run your own Coach Basics. But this way, that, the TNT Dynasty, every first Monday is going to be a Coach Basics. So you can put people in there. You don't put them in and drop them. You don't just, drop them off like kids to daycare and forget about them until 3 o'clock. You are following them. You're answering their questions. You're making sure that they're feeling connected. So then what's really cool about this new setup is that since Coach Basics is going to be the first Monday of the month, for the first 2 weeks, you and your coaches and your new coaches, you're telling them you're going to start advertising and getting the word out and inviting, because we have a challenge group coming up in 2 weeks that's going to start on the third Monday of the month. So the first 2 weeks of the month you spend recruiting for that challenge group. And then once the challenge group hits, you already hit Success Club. Then you can flip the switch. The second 2 weeks of the month, you start recruiting for coaches for the Coach Basics. So having that idea in your mind will really help to make you feel like, I can't wait until Thursday to post about the challenge group or the Coach Basics, because it's going to be here and I'm not going to have anyone to put in the groups. And, this is an idea that came from Melanie Mitro herself. And I heard a statistic that we couldn't believe. She recruits 29 coaches a month. 29 coaches a month. So she must be doing something right. I can't even fathom that. So this is what she does, and she has been creating these phenomenal systems. So I want to try to create more systems so people have a better understanding about what's going on, so they're not as surprised. Because honestly, Lindsay was my upline, and Lindsay hates structure because she got into this business because she didn't want to feel rigid. She didn't want to feel like she had to have a job or have things a few weeks down the road knowing that it was coming up. She liked kind of just flying by the seat of her pants. And I have a really hard time with that. And I think it's taken me a while to realize that that might work for some people, and that works for you and your business. That's great. I need a little bit more structure. So I think that this is going to be really, really great, especially for new coaches to know what's coming up and to have places to lock their coaches in so that they feel connected right from the start. Because being a new coach and feeling connected right from the first 24 to 72 hours that they're getting emails from you, they're getting put into the groups, they're getting shout outs to make them feel welcome, is so super important. It can be so intimidating being a leader from the beginning and being like, I'm not ready to have a coach. I'm not ready to lead people. I don't know how to do all these challenge groups. That's fine. You don't have to. All you have to do is know where to put them, follow them, support them, do the best you can, and each coach and each time try to do a little bit better. And that's all anybody could ask of you. All right. That was a lot of information, but I think that it's great. I think there's a lot of super exciting things coming up from our team. And if you need anything, please feel free to reach out to me, reach out to your uplines. You are not alone in this, and we've all been exactly where you are. We all start in exactly the same place. Do not get caught up in the comparison game. It's so easy to get frustrated and be like, that coach just signed up. How is she already an Emerald? Don't get caught up in that. Just stay focused to you. And during the times that your business is slow because you feel like you're not recruiting a lot of coaches, that's the time when you learn your business, you learn your craft, and you do the personal development. There's always so many ways to grow your business. Don't get discouraged because there's always going to be highs and lows. Okay? So thank you all so much. We only have a couple minutes left, but if anybody has any pressing questions or anything that I brought up tonight that they have questions about, feel free to unmute yourself and let me know. I'm so sorry you couldn't see me.
Hi, Laura. I have a question.
Yeah.
Maybe sometime in the future, like maybe in September or so, can we have another group for pushing for diamond or something like that?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool.
Definitely. I kind of want to get this Coach Basics format started and the website up so that, those two things are kind of launched. But I definitely think like September, maybe even the end of August, we'll start to do another push group.
Yay.
And again, if you have topics that we didn't cover, because we don't want to cover all the same stuff, but we will probably cover a lot of the same stuff because there's such important things to review and to make sure that you're doing. But yeah, definitely need another push group. For those of you guys that don't know, Team Cup is such a great time to push yourself and try to hit to the next level. But yeah, push group is just you know, a higher level, like a next level group after the Coach Basics. It's like a push to Emerald or a push to Diamond group. Any other questions? All right, guys. I love seeing so many new faces, even though you can't see mine. All right. Yeah, because I really wanted to show you the shirts. They're super cute. For those of you guys that are coming to the Philly Super Saturday, I'm going to bring them all there. I'm going to set up a PayPal account. So if you guys want the team shirts, just let me know. I ordered like 5 extra smalls, 10 smalls, 10 mediums, 10 larges, 5 extra larges. I'm in the extra small. For those of you guys that know me, I'm 5 foot, kind of small. So they run pretty true to size. If you've gotten like the Diamond tanks or any of the tanks from Beachbody, they're super tight. I think that I wanted them a little bit looser fitting than that. But all right, guys, thank you so much. And I'll see you all soon. I'm waving.
Laura.
See ya.
Love you, Laura.
Love you too.
Thanks.